Even the Naga Siren, is she the one?
Yeah, I believe in the Naga Siren, but at the same time, you know, it's hard to go against like Magnus Bear Rider. You know, those two heroes are strong meta heroes for a reason. They are very strong in the lane, good team fight, good catch. Just gives you a lot of tools to win the game. So once again, I mean, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but the laning phase is going to be absolutely pivotal again, you know, for these teams right now. Just makes the game a lot easier if you can actually get any sort of advantage out of the laning phase. Whenever you're talking about like tier 1.5 Dota, tier 2 Dota, the laning phase matter even more, you know, at that phase, because teams are just not very good at playing from behind. They don't really understand what they need to do. So once you fall behind, it's easy for the team that has the advantage to just take over the game.
Do you believe in Terrorblade as a carry in this kind of a patch, Winter? What's your opinion on that? Any opinion?
Nice.
I think he's okay. He's still one of like the strongest heroes late game. He's a strong laner. I mean, deceptively strong laner as well. He's not that weak in the lane. He is. I feel like he's anti a lot of those physical heroes. You know, like if you see some high physical damage lineup, then Terrorbait's your hero. I wouldn't say you can pick him every game. He's a situational pick. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of the games that I've been watching, I feel like Terrorbait could have just fit in fine, you know. I mean, the other tier 1 carries are like Morphling, Faceless Void. I think those are the two stronger ones. Am I missing anyone else? I guess sometimes you see like Anti-Mage, but Anti-Mage kind of falls to the same category as Terrorblade. It's a situation, you know. Some games he's good, but you can't just pick him every game, you know. Then there's Luna, Lifestealer, all this type of like fighting heroes where you can kind of pick him if you have the right draft to protect the Luna or Drow as well.
30 seconds.
Luna, Drow, yeah, lots.
Yeah, I mean those heroes are just like I feel like teams prefer, and the Troll too. You know, the Troll has been picked a lot recently.
You think we're in a ranged hero meta, a melee hero meta? Does it matter for carries? You think?
The carry?
Yeah. Do you think do you have a preference, or is it more based on the rest of? Obviously, it's always based on the rest of your team.
I think it's mostly based on how well you can get away from the lanes. You know, I think the laning phase is something that I keep talking over and over again, but it is a very important part about the game. You know, if you get a good start on a hero, then it means that you're gonna get a lot more value out of that hero. So when you're drafting your overall lineup, I feel like teams tend to put a lot more consideration into the lanes. You know, say you have two similar heroes that you can pick in a given scenario. I would say most of the time teams would just try to prioritize picking the one that has the stronger laning phase. So it's gonna be off lane Razor and Nyx against this Terrorblade. Barra lane. Interested to see who is actually gonna be able to come out on top. I feel like both lanes have a lot of potential.
Deny there. Loud trying to get it with Plasma Fields. They coordinated very nicely to prevent that from happening.
Yeah, he opted to go for level 1 Reflection on the Terrorblade, so he just wants to try to push them back. But the Razor doesn't have staggering. He has Plasma Field, so he doesn't really care about that. Yes, as soon as the Razor gets, I think, more levels with the Nyx, his lane is going to be more dangerous for the Terrorblade. When you are at lower levels, level 1, level 2, the Bear Rider is strong enough to sufficiently protect the Terrorblade in the lane.
Pretty good damage here just between that Impale and the level 1 Plasma Field. We'll see how that continues to build up. I'm also curious on how our Razor is going to end up itemizing here, but I think we have got some time to see how lanes play out before we can start really looking into that. Little small creep pull is going to kind of help out the lane here, which did get pulled early as well by Sunset. So we're just kind of seeing the lane somewhat settle in. Looks like it was a half pull, I want to say, from Klim Sani4. I think they've now blocked each other's camps. No, only this is
just typical lane shenanigans, you know. Naga kind of wants to push the wave out so that your support can pull and, you know, get levels. Because Naga doesn't like sharing XP, you know. She wants to get her levels quickly so she can jungle. So it's very nice for the supports to be able to pull and just be efficient with the experience. And Magnus also likes the wave being pulled so he can farm near his tower. I think this lane is going to be a little bit more on the defensive side, both the Cosmo farm.
Nice skewer into the brambles and an easy kill there for first blood. Last no crut too, able to pick it up. Sounds like almost a Finnish name, doesn't it? Let's take a look here. Yeah, so this is all pure damage here on Omni Knight on his ability. So I expect another 404 build for him. So not a whole lot that Flame Guard's going to do in terms of protecting you. But the damage, you might just be able to walk him down here. I mean, this is only a level 2 Flame Guard, and you can already see it does quite a number here to the Omni Knight.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, sure, Omni Knight has this overwhelming presence in the lane, but he's not the best like rotating hero in a soul. If you compare it to Ember, if Ember gets a run, obviously Ember has a lot more potential at setting up something on the side lane. Omni Knight is more about sitting in your lane. It's a greedier core. You want to maybe react with the Ember Spirit, try to just nullify his rotation. But overall, you're just not going to be rotating around to help your team as much as Ember Spirit. So it's going to be very important that Omni tries to maybe at least do his best to control and take away the power runes from the Ember Spirit. So the supports are going to have to help him out at achieving that.
Oh, nice job here.
Is far away from his lane. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Cheeky TP out. Yeah, he is far from his lane. I mean, the tower, I mean, look, there's 2 range creeps. Nyx denied the pull, so that's why, you know, I guess he was okay with chasing that far. It seems like this time the pull will go uninterrupted, as that looks like another skewer play into the brambles. The gyrocopter just kind of getting focused on middle lane at the 4-minute water rune mark. We do see some rotations. It is going to be actually nice coordination from SIBE team, who managed to steal both water runes here. So Kyra Jr. left without much of anything here.
He needs support to die to refill his bottle. I mean, Gyro's in the base. Oh no, he TP'd top. Oh boy, he was like, TP mid.
Yeah, he needed a TP. That's so true.
He just TP'd top to get Mukushi's items. So I'm not really sure if that was actually the best thing to do here. So Ember has to walk back to base. Poor Kyra Jr. He has to just do the walk of shame, TP back out. So Omni is a happy Omni. Oh, he's actually destroying his lane so hard.
Yeah. I was a bit concerned on that level 2 Flame Guard. I thought maybe the Omni wouldn't be able to survive through that, but it's looked fairly easy, especially with the water rune. I mean, that's a huge mark here for him now. I just want to check in on the Razor build. It is going to be, so far, the Falcon Blade that we see, so nothing too out of the ordinary for this kind of a hero. Double Wraith fan into that. We'll continue checking in on him, but he is seemingly going into the Plasma Field, so not too much of the early chain early on. The Link, sorry.
I mean, Terrablade's holding his own in this lane, having 33 last hit right now. That's actually a pretty good number at this stage of the game. His support is going to start to leave him right now, give him some solo XP. Once you get level 5, you can jungle with the second point and conjure image.
Yeah, already approaching the 6-minute mark, right? So support's starting to look to rotate towards the mid lane. I think now Ember probably crying out for help here. Sweden Strong answers the call, is ready to contest this bottom power rune spawn. Top lane,
top lane.
Little bit onto the tower here. There's some aggression now. 3 heroes top, but they will not connect on any of the skewers. I think it was just a skewer out. 3-on-3, the double impel. Lots of damage now from this level 2 assault now. The homing rockets, homing missiles, sorry. Mag is going to go down as well. Makes it a 2-for-1 trade. Very well played. Mid lane, though. Oh, even mid lane actually going the way for Klim Sani4. It's going to be Kyra able to bottle up the first power rune. It's a DD. Not bad at all. He needed something.
Not bad at all. He's going to have his level 6, but it's going to be a while before he's going to start to rotate. Since the laning phase didn't really go so well for him. Nobody refilled his bottle, so he's going to have to play a solo-paced game right now. And on the other hand, Omni is just really happy when the lane has progressed for him. It's, try to last hit and deny every single creep, get his items up, be as greedy as possible, and try to react towards the Ember rotating. Bat's gonna TP back bot. Cloud, he has a reflection on him, Metamorphosis pop.
Yeah, already.
Ramble's not gonna land, alright. That's probably not a kill.
Careful here, mass TP's coming. Ember as well with the DD rune. He is eager, he's itching for a fight. It's a level 1 static link, nothing too crazy. And it's going to be the level 3 plasma field to pick up the kill. Kyra holding on to the DD rune, can't quite find something. A little bit frustrating for him, especially as he is underneath some vision. Quick D ward at least for respect. Let's see what Kyra wants to do. This DD is about to be activated here in about 10 seconds.
Probably needs to go back and sit on his lane. You know, he's not really having a very good time on the Ember. He needs to. His net worth is actually so far behind the Omni Knight. It's crazy. Omni is 1.2k net worth ahead of at 7 minutes. 1.2k ahead of his counterpart mid laner. That is a huge deal. I mean, if he can't lane anymore, I think maybe he has to try to just jungle and just give the support the lane. If he feels like it's just too difficult to lane against Omni Knight.
Tower is under attack. Don't storm off.
Radiant are scanning.
I mean, on the top side, Magnus is just also
Dire's
happy.
middle tower
You know, on the Radiant team, all three cores are doing, I think, fairly reasonably well.
Looking strong. Taking a death in the mid lane here. 8-minute power rune.
This Omni Knight is scary. He's so strong right now. They have to try to treat him like a Huskar, you know. You try to avoid him right now. Just send a support, push out the wave, and don't deal with him and try to play on the other side of the map. Especially your side lanes.
We used to see Omnis really run away with games as well back when he was first kind of trialed as a carry. Seems like this could be another one of those games as he does look to rotate top. See what he can find here. Yeah, 4 heroes top now into the support gyrocopter. No way out of this one for him. Goodbye. I guess the question is, how long is Munkushi going to try and stay up here? It doesn't seem for too much longer, having seen what just transpired. There's a ward that's giving pretty good information on rotations from the top lane, or from the mid lane, I should say, that are going top. But, Naga Siren, with pretty good information, is going to be able to sneak away from this lane fairly well off. Regis here on his team by a good margin. I think really when you start looking at net worth, Winter, that the biggest problem is going to be the adversary of the Omni Knight, and that'd be this Ember Spirit, poorest hero, poorest core of the game. Looking for a rotation now down bottom. They might just run into lane. We'll see what they can make happen here.
Does he have a skill point? 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he has a skill point. Save in case he needs Thunder.
You can also see if they have a skill point, Winter, if this thing's glowing here, the tree, the talent tree. Instant TPs. He has the Thunder ready. There's no chance, really. And in fact, Kyra Jr., does he have a Remnant back? He doesn't have a Remnant back, so throw one now. The root is not going to connect here. Reflection chasing him down. Feel good. Nope, just nothing really gained there.
Yeah, I mean, good play by Omni again. Like I discussed a bit earlier, the Omni has to try to react towards what the Ember is doing in the game. He doesn't necessarily have to start making moves, but he has to try to stop the Ember from killing the side lanes, and that was very successful from the Omni Knight. Ember feels really bad right now. He's like, okay, I have a haste room. What do I do now? I don't want to lane against this Omni. I kind of don't really want to jungle, so he's going to move bot again.
We'll see what they can find. There is not a lot of TPs this time around, but there's still a Sunder. This little bubble shield as well is going to be really annoying. As in they go again here. This time the Searing Chains is going to find him. Blood Grenade thrown. Race is just simply too far away. Oh, and Missile giving chase. It's going to be a good duration stun. He's facing the right way already for the Sunder, but can't quite get it. Close. Really nice. I think it was that Sleight of Fist that he was saving, preventing the Sunder from coming through on that cast animation. Really nice job.
Yeah, maybe he should have just casted on the gyro from the beginning. Then he might have actually got it off. Maybe he could have saved his life. Mid lane, sweet and strong, taking the XP, but he's gonna get run at the Omni Knight. Here comes the Omni Knight, the boss right now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Right, got it. He got out.
He got out. The boss didn't have any detection outside of that sentry ward, and now, well, the support's coming back through. Here's Kyra Jr. as well, only with the phase boots here, not a whole lot of damage. Uh-oh, this could be problem now.
No mana.
Respawning now. He's completely out of mana. 4 wand charges, 5 stick charges now. Eesh, no chance to escape there, as this time Sunset's got him dead to rights on that Bramble Maze. That's good lockdown.
I mean, that's going to be a convenient tower push as well with the Metamorphosis pop on Lamy. This is very, very nice sequence of events here for Team SIBE. So, very, very nice. Orchid done on Magnus, so that's going to mean that the Ember is going to have to play so defensively, you know. Holy shit, that's a very early Orchid. I mean, what is this Ember gonna do right now? You know, he has to move for his team, but he's gonna be so vulnerable to his Orchid.
Getting strong. I'd be looking to try and set something up here, but that's gonna be a bit hard without much more follow-up. Ember, you know, he's still farming, but he's gonna be going into this Mage Slayer first item. It'll help with survivability for sure, but it's things are looking a little hard here, Winter.
what can you do? You have to try to ride out the tough times and wait for an opportunity to strike again. You know? Naga's still pretty fat. She can shuffle the waves. She can play for timings. Gonna have a Manta soon.
It's like a lasso push back underneath the tower. Into a fairly easy kill again onto this gyrocopter. Just another little quick kill underneath the tier 1 tower.
Yeah, I mean, all this is just due to the fact that Ember is just so far behind. You know? So it's very difficult for Klim Sani4 to actually fight. So they have to try to split the map. They're gonna go for a pick off at top. TP on the Ember. Nice catch. That's a big kill.
One.
Was he trying to solo kill the Naga? What was he trying to do? He didn't catch what he was trying to do. He RP'd and tried to kill the Naga.
Yeah, he's the Orchid as well. Here's Omni-Knight. The big boss is back, and this is going to be a very easy kill into Sweden Strong. Holy moly. Not much of a way out of that. I mean, that just goes. You just can't stick around too long.
Why pick Tiny to stun cross to burst people when you can just do it with Omni-Knight?
Honestly. You got your repositioning on the Magnus and now your support Bat Rider. Life is good. The question for me now, Winter, is when is Cloud going to get involved here? Even last game on the Magnus, he ended up going for a bit more of a greedy build. He is building into the Yasha here. Are you concerned here about his timings? Or, I mean, obviously Magnus is, I think, Razor is a more greedy hero than the Magnus, but do you think he should still, you know, maybe consider changing the build, or is this still optimal for a game like this?
Nah, I think he should play for his own game because the Ember is already truly too far behind, so he can't really help the Ember. So he has to play for his own game, I feel. I think the Razor needs to get a Manta, so he has to use Ayasha, get a Manta, try to use it to farm, and to just try to play for the late game. You know, at this point, I would like to see how they can actually try to wrestle control in the next 5 minutes. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be farming time. Ember is going to have to try to finish his mage slayer. He's very, very far away.
Could be a pick off. Nice Orchid, though, is going to prevent at least the Spike Carapace from coming through, but the Searing Chains out from Kyra Jr. collecting for the kill. Nice job really making this Nyx Assassin finally pay off. This is a really good way of recovering Ember back in these games, right? If he can just open up with that nice bit of Vendetta damage and a stun, get him right back.
You just have to just keep repeating the process. Shuffle out the lanes with the Naga Illusions. Make sure to split the opponent up, and the Nyx is going to have opportunities to kill heroes that are alone with the Ember Spirit. And right now, the Magnus is alone. Bot doesn't really have any defensive items, so he's going to be like a target that can definitely get killed if they can get the right jump with the Nyx on top of him and the Ember following up. And moving down with 3 heroes, so yeah, definitely trying to set up a kill on the Magnus here.
Sunset nearly dying there. Actually had to use the smoke just to avoid dying to the illusion. Is suboptimal. Down bottom as well. They're going to make another surprise pick play here onto the Magnus. Skewer off in time seemingly, so will not be caught here. That was a play without Vendetta though, so Sweden Strong still has one of those to look to set up another play for.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yep, right. Also rushing a Dagon. Like you mentioned earlier, this is probably the best build for Nyx right now.
I hate it so much. I mean, I don't hate it, but
you
it's,
hate it?
It's just I don't like these one-dimensional heroes. Back when Morphling was always going for like E-Blade, you know, that kind of build, it's just like, I don't know, just seems like such a cookie-cutter build. For me, that's not really what Dota's about. Nice stun there out from Sweden Strong, picks off one of the supports and is immediately out before the Omni can do much about him.
I mean, it's not like you have to build Dagon, but it's just the most optimal.
It's the best build for sure. I just think like it's so good that it's maybe even considering griefing if you don't go for the build, and that's what I don't.
Yeah, but don't you feel like the game is gonna get to a point that's like optimal build, you know, for heroes, you know, and you don't like that? Is that what it is?
Well, I don't like it when a build is so optimal that it makes every other build just so bad and obsolete. RP committed here just for the kill. I think they would have had it.
Doesn't even need to use the RP, to be honest.
The Orchid was good enough. But sometimes in Winter, it's about sending a message.
Yeah, true. I mean, haven't you heard Dota is a mental game? And the more mental damage you can do to your opponents, the more you can wrestle control in the game, you know? Like, you can affect the decision making. They see you, they feel the fear down their spine, and they just click the wrong button and they die.
Click the wrong button and they die, yeah.
Dire's
A bit too difficult there. That's going to be the Blink Dagger really coming in handy now for the Magnus. The Blink reveal there, catching the Ember. You always get one, but Ember doesn't really want to have any of those deaths in this kind of a game, does he? He's already so far behind. Little deaths like that are going to make things... It's just going to really complicate the matter And this might get more complicated here, but Kyra Jr. playing it pretty chill here. They did just scout him there on that ward. A little bit of lingering vision into these trees. They may not have the same amount of respect for Respect, who is at least going to get the sentry down to get the D ward. Nice play there. Careful here, though. There's no RP this time. I'm sure he would have loved to have one. Still doing pretty good damage. Omni Knight diving onto the tier 2. Oh my goodness. That damage is irresponsible, really, from the Omni Knight. That was insane.
They have to try to just dodge, you know. I don't think they understand this Omni Knight is like just a monster right now. They have to try to just cut the waves and let the Naga do his thing and just split the map, you know. And top lane, Terrorblade, he's alone. He has a Manta to remove the ensnare. Still silence. All the TPs coming in.
I saw him. This probably just wants to be a TP out. Yeah.
Space.
Really
very nicely done. Played from Kushi, so it's gonna create a lot of movement on the bottom side that the team can just run over and take the map. Song is down. Can they actually do anything? Maybe get Roshan? Not sure though. Maybe they can try to smoke into the Ancients area right now.
Well, it looks like there's going to be trouble brewing in the river for the Ember. Homing missile to help disengage here. The D ward instantly down. But with the Omni Knight running in, there might not be an easy way out of this one. Kyra Jr. trying to escape. 2 remnants used into the river. He is safe and sound. Oh, but from behind, it is going to be a quick little kill, a pick off by the Nyx Assassin. They're really looking to make this to a fight. Here's Cloud. He's fighting on just a Manta style, though. Lame's actually used my goodness, pardon me, the Metamorphosis. As Kyra Jr. trying to run away from this one, has used his 3rd and final remnant, so that Harpoon might just be the death of him. Gets off the Searing Chains, but won't make much of a difference here. Monster kill streak now for this Omni Knight. 8-0-1 Winter. This tower, another convenient push here with the meta active. This is looking scary.
Yeah, this is looking definitely scary for Klim Sani4 right now. Naga is fed, but she can't hold the game on her own, you know. She needs somebody else, one of the other cores. I guess the Razor is kind of okay-ish. He's kind of not that bad in terms of net worth, but at the end of the day, you can't play the game if your Ember is actually that poor, you know. He needs to find a way to get himself back into the game. It's gonna take a while.
I heard another Orchid. Oh, no. I did. It's the Naga Siren's Orchid this time.
Yep, good pick off again. Onto the support. Buying his team more time to, you know, get themselves out of the map, try to recover. I mean, this game is going to come down to how many pickoffs they can set up with this Naga pushing out the map with the Orchid, and then the Nyx running around with Vendetta.
And that vision here now on the Omni Knight. They're going to make a play for him. Orchid's pretty good, but does have still the GA. Plenty more to play with. RP is here, will be used in time. They actually have caught him, but the Nyx Assassin now ready to go in. Orchid's going to come through before the stun camp. The rotation's better from Klim Sani4 as they will collapse on this top lane and pick off 2 cores and the tier 1 tower.
Yeah, very nicely done there with bringing the heroes, bringing enough heroes top to just take over the area, you know. And big kills. Omni Knight just a little bit too greedy there, bringing up a dangerous area. He felt like he couldn't die, you know, but they proved him wrong. He's definitely killable. He's gonna have to try to buy something to deal with the Orchid. He's crushing a BKB. Okay, that's gonna help for sure, but it's gonna take him some time to get there. He already has Harpoon. They have to be careful of not giving away too many kills now towards the Orchid on the Naga.
Huge kill on that Omni as well. 780 gold towards Mankushi. This Naga, I think it's only going to boost her more and more as she gets really close already. Winter to this butterfly. Is it done already? I think it is.
Yeah, maybe she can actually do it alone. You know, I doubted whether Mankushi can do it alone. But this type of lead right now, maybe she can. Butterfly, Orchid, Meta, you are not going to see any faster Naga than this at 21 minutes.
It's a lot of net worth, 16k on nearly 17k here already.
Yeah, I mean, Butterfly is a huge timing now, so let's see if they can actually get a lot done. Ooh, that was close.
They were close on the last one as well, but just barely managing to get the job done there.
Once they heal up, they should be able to start playing the map, maybe even try to get Roche at some point, you know. The Butterfly, this is the item they have to try to abuse as soon as possible right now.
Ooh, was that an Ember dying? It was, I missed it. He got really aggressive there, but the Blink Lasso ends up picking him off, so Omni's still able to find picks here and there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yep, that's gonna add towards his BKB fun. You know, something that he needs desperately at this point of the game. And Magnus is not getting a BKB, he's getting a Manta. As usual, trying to delay the item. Universal heroes, you know, just giving yourself a lot of excuses not to buy a BKB.
Strong
I mean, I feel like at some point, you should still get a BKB on the Magnus. As Nyx has a lot of like small little stunts, you know, the chains, the gyrocopter, homing missile. Sweden strong behind enemy lines. He's gonna try to look for an easy target for the Dagon. He has previously killed the Wheeler a couple of times already.
Bottom tower is under attack.
He might even be able to find a kick. No, maybe he's just got way too much
this
armor.
is too much HP, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's way too much. So Daedalus here. I don't see this going very well.
Trying. He actually can.
Wow, okay,
Ooh.
never mind. I mean, I guess it is just all magic damage, isn't it?
It's the neutral item. 10% spell and Whisper of the Great.
Oh, does he also... Did he have Shard as well? He did, right? Or did he just buy... I think he just bought it. He had a good amount of gold.
Yeah, I think he just bought it. Probably. Not sure.
Wow, that's so much damage.
You can see. Yeah, he just bought it. For sure.
Oh, that's right.
That's crazy.
They changed Vendetta back to pure damage. It used to be, what, bonus physical damage? And then it broke, and they changed it back to just pure a while ago? Yeah. For some reason, I thought it was calculated as physical.
He did 1.5k damage.
Yep, and that's more than enough. It was pretty close. 1.4k. It was more than enough. Now they're going to look for the Roshan play. There is an RP at the ready. Still no BKB on the Magnus, seemingly a common trend here in our series thus far. But Klim Sani4 now taking a massive lead here in this game. Pardon me, as Roshan #1 comfortably into the hands of the Naga Siren. SIBE have a pretty good ward on this cliff. We'll see if they want to try and look for a pick-off. Munkushi is going to be
definitely trying to posture.
Giving it a think. Cloud's a little bit far from the area, but has BKB now just delivered.
Omni is close to BKB though. He doesn't want to die here.
They see Sweden Strong, I think, on the other side of the map, so they know it's a lopsided fight. And a DD in the river for the Omni Knight. Things are looking pretty sweet for them. Put that in the bottle for a rainy day, but instead they will settle here for the easy guaranteed kill onto the Nyx Assassin, who is fairly tanky, but really has no way out of this one. As annoying as he is. Nyx is the epitome of a screw you kind of a hero, isn't he? I miss the burrow days. When's the last time you've seen a Nyx Assassin burrow, huh? Oh, okay. That's a really interesting usage there of the Harpoon. DD active as well. They're actually chasing down the All Knight as he's being forced to BKB.
Omni's running away.
EA as well. He wants nothing to do with this fight now. That's BKB and DD used.
I mean, the only time I've seen any hero burrow is the Meepo right now.
Yep, true.
I'll tell you that. I mean, do you think the Axe is just that weak? Do you think it needs buff?
They did buff it, didn't they? I saw some pretty significant buffs to the thing. Yeah, now you no longer need to be facing the direction. Before Nyx needed to turn. That's pretty big, to be honest.
All right.
I think there are too many fears in the game. Like, it's so bad when you get feared. It's expensive.
Hard to get it.
I feel like Blink... Oh, yeah, this is going to be another...
He got him. He got him.
So
that's actually crazy.
That's one of my favorite things. You used to be able to counter pick. Oh goodness, a really huge pick off in the middle, and that was so fast. You used to be able to counter pick, and you still can counter pick an OD mid with a Nyx Assassin, because as soon as you come out from either Tornado, even Yule Scepter,
yeah, you need to click on their carapace,
and you reflect the damage. So that's exactly what happened there on the skewer. Same kind of effect.
Does that have something to do with like how the server sends the pick or something? That's why it's...
I believe it's the same logic that allows pucks to always blink out of a chronosphere if they're phase shifted, right? That sort of thing. Where the server will always give you, I don't want to say an opportunity, but you know, right? You have time to make that play. Same thing with like a Yule's Ice Path with a Blink Dagger, right? You can always avoid it if you're fast enough and facing the right direction. I believe it's kind of the same thing with the Nyx Carapace.
Intended mechanic.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it. It's consistent with other mechanics in the game. I always like talking about these strange mechanics. Dota's just full. Dota, I like to say this one. Dota, it's a game of rules, but it's mostly a game of exceptions to those rules. Cloud,
That's
he's
actually
in trouble. Yeah, right underneath the sentry and the observer ward here. Just no way out for him. He's even cliffed up for good measure and killed off.
how did they see? Oh, they have a ward there. Okay, that's why.
Yep. What's your favorite
surprised.
rule and exception in Dota? An exception, because I feel like almost everything has an exception in Dota, which is great. You like talking about the line. Is it like you cannot cross the line to farm?
I mean, that's not a mechanic, right? You're trying to ask a mechanic question, not a general macro game.
Sure,
question.
sure, that's true.
Is under attack.
I think the dagger,
Link
I
dagger.
think the range that you blink.
Oh yeah.
Shorter range. I
Remember?
think that's probably my favorite one.
Remember Crit? Remember Crit with that? Did you see that clip of him? I think it was it Crit or Fly? No, it wasn't Fly. It was Crit.
It was Crit.
Yeah, he's like, what? I didn't know this blink thing
Radiant's
existed.
top tower is under attack.
Played Dota for 20 years, but still didn't realize. Tells you how much depth there is to this game. You're gonna be always playing, but there's gonna be something that you might not notice.
4/5 with maximum range instead. It's just such a funny mechanic, isn't it? Naga Siren's getting a bit aggressive here, looking for the Orchid. Will land it. Bloodthorn even, pardon me. Sage is on its last legs though, for 30 seconds remaining now. 40 make it. Careful here. Gyrocopter likely just simply dead here. I think even before the homing missile can do anything about it. Yeah, down he goes. If not the gyro, would have been the TB illusions that were given chase. Careful here. Cloud again in the mid lane. Might not be out of this one. They're thinking about releasing the Terrorize. They don't actually know that there's really no heroes here to stop the push. Weedon Strong is hunting behind the mid tier 2 tower. But he's not going to really be able to find anything. And now SIBE team will rotate back through their triangle, where they will be finding basically nothing, as Klim Sani4 will be able to avoid this rotation.
So 8 gigs expiring, so now let's see if they actually try to make a play on team side. They have Blink Manta done with the Orchid on Magnus. Terrorblade has his Daedalus done, but he still needs the MKB. So maybe they should actually just wait for the MKB. That's going to be a very crucial item against the Butterfly. He's going to need it for sure. Midnight has a gem, so he's had enough of his Nyx backstabbing his team. Alright, never mind.
Got another pick off. Indeed.
Revenge.
Revenge.
Is
Are we already at Naga starts split pushing all your waves territory? Because it kind of feels like we're getting there. I mean, especially with this net worth lead.
Wait, Naga has a Shroud?
Yep.
Is that a thing now? You buy a Shroud on Naga?
It's so confusing because it doesn't. It's magic resist.
Does it work with the illusions? That's why he buys it.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, it probably does. But it's not going to help at all against any of the Omni damage.
It's dying to the
So that's what I was saying. Mage Slayer does work on those, right? Because it's still a spell, and it's just what it gives you a spell. Yeah, spell damage, which will work on pure damage. That's pretty good.
I mean, these guys definitely know what they're doing. You know? I'm not very sure of what's the most optimal build for a lot of the carry heroes right now. I think there's a lot of things that are very uncertain in the game right now. And players are still spending time to find out what's the best build, what item fits in different scenario, and oftentimes you see a lot of very weird item sequences by players because everything is still relatively unexplored. You know, we're in the Mariana Trench right now. We have no idea what's down there.
I gotta say though, I don't know if I've really felt the impact of this offlane Razor as much as perhaps they were hoping it. I think it kind of makes it. It was a first pick, wasn't it? Right. So, I suppose that is not too illogical considering how it was kind of sacrificed in the draft. But still, I don't know how much it's really paid off for them.
Yeah, but that's because the Ember is so poor in the game. Like imagine if, because the Razor had a pretty good lane, and imagine if Ember he had a little bit more of a better start and rotate and play around the Razor, then you might actually see a different game. You might feel like the Razor is more active. Because the Razor is more of a hero that you need to play around him, you know. He doesn't like to move to his team. But because the person that's supposed to play around him kind of doesn't really have a game, you know, so you feel like the Razor can't get much done in the game. There's a lot of things that affect one another in the game, you know. It's just how it works. You can't win the game alone. You have to rely on everybody to do their part.
Scary moment there for Kyra, who almost died snagging the regeneration rune. Now it's
Split push.
Panic
Split
online
push.
for the Razor. No buyback for him, though. Let's quickly look at buyback. Really only one hero in the game has it ready. Naga should have it soon, and this Ember as well. TB is approaching it. Everyone else a bit further back.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Split push. They're going to look to
Oh,
punish
RP.
it. Oh, no, but they didn't catch Swedish Strong in it. But he also didn't find a stun in time. So Munkushi pushed onto the high ground, but the Song of the Siren is going to be used. It looks like they maybe lassoed an illusion or something. Swedish Strong prevented from TPing out, and so is Munkushi because of the terrorize from outside of the Song range. That was
Holy
a
crap! Like,
blast.
that was that like a two missed spells? The next miss is stun, and the Barra. I'm pretty sure he lassoed an illusion. They still got the job done, but it wasn't pretty.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty. That's fine. They weren't playing for the highlight reel as Ember seems to want to try and cut the
They're
wave.
playing for the W, Richie.
Alright, wave cut successfully. That's pretty darn good. Next wave is going to need to be escorted from a bit further back. And that should prevent a lot of any lasting damage here at least. So SIBE will be forced to look elsewhere for an objective as the mid lane's not really open for the taking.
Yeah, Naga has to be very, very careful before being too aggressive and like committing with his real hero. And normally you just see like Naga sending in the illusions to hit the tower. You know? You don't really feel like the Naga is gonna run in and hit with the real one. So they're definitely paying a price there. He has to be more careful next. That cannot happen again. You know, if it happens again, you might just lose the game from it.
Nyx Assassin.
Nyx again.
Oh god, he's up to a dig in 3 with this particular spell
Oh.
as well.
Oh, he wants to get his
Trying to
spell up.
turn. The GA is going to be able to save at least the Bat Rider for now. Swedish Strong is really kiting out this Omni quite a bit. 1-for-1 trade here at the very least, but a BKB and a TP away from the Omni Knight does make it feel a little bit sweeter, I want to say, for Klim Sani4. It allows them to now push out their mid lane.
Definitely, I feel like a better trade for Klim Sani4 there. Omni not using BKB to get kill on the Nyx. I mean, Roshan is up, so let's see if teams are going to scout it out. It's going to be a very important point of contention right now. RP is ready, BKB is ready, I guess. Does he have enough gold? Needs another 100 gold on the Magnus. Okay, they're probably not going to get there on time since they are starting to do their comments. I mean, it's 3 AKs for Razor. Is he gonna get it? I guess the Razor gets it. Naga doesn't really need the Aegis. Razor's gonna be hitting the tower, so you give it to him. And you plant your flag banner on the top side. Yep, planting on the top side. You force the top lane in and you push bot. I think that sounds like a reasonable plan. Dispersal done on Naga Siren 2. That's gonna be a huge deal. Can remove a lot of the annoying spells, the Bramble, the Sticky Napalm, Flame Break.
These creeps actually kind of basically get turned into megas, essentially. I mean,
Yeah, the top lane
you know,
creeps, yeah.
a lot less damage, but really pretty nice here. I think Sweden Strength, did he miss a couple spells or something? Yeah, it seems like a TP out in time.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Razor, the one with the Aegis now. Winter, 4 minutes left on that as they are going hunted for Sweden Strong here. So far able to evade plenty, but is eventually going to be caught out by the lasso. They might find the Ember Spirit, but no. BKB, an immediate Remnants play away. Scary moments here for Klim Sani4. They're not really, you know, so far up in this game that they can't throw it. 3K is the net worth lead. TB has really closed the gap here in terms of net worth to Munkushi.
I mean, this is definitely anyone's game still, you know. Even though they're 3K, the 3K doesn't really matter right now. I mean, the Aegis kind of matters, but the network doesn't really influence the possible outcome that much. It's all about getting the right jump, right initiation. With the vision, who sees what hero first, who's able to get the correct jump and kill an important target. For example, if you're Klim Sani4, you're going to try to, ideally, if you can get the Omni Knight first in the team fights with the Nyx, that would be ideal. And whereas for Team Radiant, you're trying to ideally kill. I feel like you're trying to ideally focus down the Nyx first. You know, the supports are going to be the first heroes. And Gyro's just cutting waves right now. Bat is going to come over. It's going to find him. He's going to have wrestle up. So no escaping there.
Nope. Naga Siren doing Naga Siren things in the mid lane and the top lane, though, as you would kind of expect. This banner is still up, so top lane constantly shoving in. TV is going to leave some illusions back onto the high ground. That'll finally force back Klim Sani4. It seems like this first Aegis not going to be put to too much use. Razor, I mean, it gives him the confidence to buy out, and he's got now a nullifier here for our off lane Razor. We'll see if that's going to end up being maybe the impetus to try and make a play here as soon as the as soon as the gyro respawns, because I don't really know if we've really seen Klim Sani4 look for a proper team fight at all this game. It's just been kind of them counter-initiating or pickoffs, split pushing, you know?
Yeah, but that's the name of the game for them. You're playing into RP, but rather less or Guardian Angel. It's difficult to 5v5, but right now Razor has the nullifier, so you can deal with the Guardian Angel. So I think that's probably the best time for you to maybe try and take a fight in smoke, try to get a good initiation. I think ideally what can happen is you shove out the lanes and you smoke behind the illusions. So the illusions will be shoving the waves in, and the enemy has to bring heroes to defend the lane, and that's when you smoke and wait behind the creeps or the illusions.
Alright, we'll see what the choice is here. Aegis is about to be reclaimed in 90 seconds. Fortify early from Klim Sani4, who have plenty of enemies pushing their high ground. That's going to be the tier 3 tower going down. Maybe we're looking at a base trade scenario here. The illusions eventually will whittle this down. Naga's going to unleash her own illusions now in the top lane. Bottom being still shoved in. SIBE have now got heroes hitting the structures. They can always just TP on back. Klim Sani4 not committing either way. Finally TPs into the trees. See what they can find as out from the trees appears the Razor. BKB active. They still have the Aegis as well as Kyra. He's lassoed, but only for a moment here, as they've already killed off the Bat
Naga's
Rider.
taking Rex.
Another kill here. Naga's to stay top lane. She takes the lane of Barrack. They're going to at least get through the Nyx Assassin, but it's going to be Omni Knight TPing away for free. Naga's already left. It's just kind of...
One lane.
It's a base trade.
One lane each. Alright, so Terrorblade against Naga. The saga continues, the base trade. Can't wait for the next episode of Naga Strikes Back.
And we get a little...
So she has a Hex now, so it's going to give him more pick-off potential. I mean, it's going to come down to like whoever gets the right core kill, you know, like all this pick-off. Either the Bat Rider gets the right pick, or the Naga or the Nyx gets the right jump. It's going to be really, really tense right now. Like any death on any core hero, if you don't have buyback, it could mean the game could just end right there. Terrorblade has no buyback. Magnus has buyback, barely. Omni Knight does not have buyback. So Radiant team has to be very, very careful, you know. You have to try to farm a couple minutes, secure your buybacks. Whereas for Klim Sani4, Naga has buyback, Ember has buyback, and Razor has Aegis and no buyback, but I'm pretty sure he can farm it in time before the Aegis expires.
Dagon's up to still only level 4. So Sweden Strong still coming along.
I kind of feel like he needs like a defensive item though.
What I mean, that's why I hate this item build. It's either you sink or swim so much on the heroes. Doesn't really seem like there's a lot of outplay potential on this guy anymore. I don't know. That's why I like the Blink Yule. Maybe I'm just a boomer.
The Blink Yule 4-staff Nyx. You kill nobody, but nobody can kill you.
Yeah, you're annoying. You're running into, you're blinking, not even to initiate onto heroes. You're just blinking into
Carapace.
yeah.
Oh, I got you good. Oh, you try to kill me. I 4-staff. I use, and then my Carapace is ready again. I Carapace again.
Where are you blinking, Nyx? Why are you blinking into the Firefly? Oh, to stun him? Genius. That's the Nyx assassin that I missed. Okay, Sight device here now onto the Omni. This could be problematic for him. RP though!
Oh, big
it's
RP.
a huge, it's gonna catch 2, and we'll see what else gonna happen now.
He's in trouble.
Oh wow, he's just dead instantly. The BKB and the meta from Lame is absolutely melting them. Aegis has been reclaimed. He's stuck now on the cliff. Nullfire doing pretty good work on the Lame, but it's just too many heroes still alive and fighting. The Omni's dead, the Bat's dead, but so is the Naga, and Cloud needed to relocate there or something to get him out of harm's way. Kyra as well will go down. A huge fight here for SIBE as the RP finds 3, I believe.
Yeah, Naga was caught. The real Naga was caught, so there was nothing they could do to counter-initiate with the song. Very well done there by a Magnus player. That deserves a tip for sure. Now they buyback on Naga and buyback on... Oh, I thought Ember had buyback. What did he do? He bought something?
Bought the
he bought out the axe. Oh boy.
This is trouble. Only the Nyx assassin now standing in their way. There is buyback on the Naga. No buyback on the Razor.
20 gold. 20 gold. He needs 20 gold.
He should have it. Then he'll have it in like 20 seconds, basically. There's a tier 2 top lane. They're going to use the Fortify already. This is maybe risky, I think. I don't know. Can SIBE go maybe for Throne here? I feel like there's not much point backing up after you get this. You're just giving another chance here to the Naga Siren to fight you. I mean, I guess now it's too late. You have failed to force the buyback, so another lane of barracks here.
One lane is not 2 lanes of barracks. It's not really the end of the world right now.
Oh, especially with a Naga on your team.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's gonna come down to the jumps, you know, the initiations. Who's gonna get the right coordination in the team fight, the right pickoff, who can click your buttons better, react better with the BKB. And Roshan's gonna be up in 1 minute, so I have a feeling the game will be decided there.
Going to be a daytime Roche most likely. It's got a chance to be a nighttime Roche. We'll see in just under a minute as what it'll be for sure, but probably we'll take the fight for it in the daytime.
I mean, Radiant team is already setting up there. Facing, I mean, do they have an ops right now? Nope. Lads on Bat. Blink Midas on Dark Willow.
Their lanes are shoving in though. This is going to be a problem for them.
Yeah, they have to actually send someone back to it. Does anyone have a Travels? I mean, Omni Knight has Travels. He's going to go back. Oh, no, he's not going back. Okay.
Ah, he TP'd
what the hell?
Wave. I mean, this is...
It's still risky.
Yeah, and Naga's just going to send in the illusions here to start really chipping through these towers. Now they realize what's going on. It's a long Roche, 2 minutes on his timer, so he will spawn bottom, and you'll have a little bit of time to take him before he ends up moving. But this is...
I mean, they're going to lose the range track as well.
Yeah.
This is bad.
Demon Zeal at least to take down the illusions, but now they've been forced to give up that Roche high ground position. It's a really interesting item choice for the Ember Spirit. He's taken the Aviana's Feather. I think it's for the evasion. I guess the move speed's really good.
Move speed's nice. Yeah, move speed's nice. Evasion is definitely good, but terrible as MKB, so it doesn't really matter. It's still good against the Omni Knight and the Magnus.
Yeah, check this. Nyx going hunting. There's a Gem of True Sight on the Omni Knight, so you're going to need to look out for only him. But SIBE have managed to get themselves back in position to be doing a bit of pushing. Naga Siren might be coming through the Twin Gate here. I believe she is. This might be trouble. See what ends up happening now is Ember looking to get a little bit more vision. They scot the TP now. There's going to be the RP. They find the
on the Razor.
Device instantly. The Song of the Siren is not out quite yet, but the Razor's already down. The buyback is through. Ember trying to bounce around in these fights, doing as much damage as he can, but Tweenstrong finds a nice 2-man stun, is able to pick off one of the supports. That's going to be another buyback in this fight, this time for the side of SIBE, as now the Willow TPing on back. Kyra forced to jump back to his illusion on the east side now of this outpost. It's going to be a big reset. And another buyback this time out from Klim Sani4. This is pretty good, though, honestly. The longer they can burn off of this Metamorphosis duration, the better. It's already halfway through. There's still wards here on the high ground that will now be taken down here by the TV. Klim Sani4 still in position to be fighting, and there's creeps that are getting pretty close inside the base here. Mid lane is also starting to shove in favor of SIBE team. You have a couple of heroes that have already kind of dropped back. Roche is alive, but he's about to move in 10 seconds. And it looks like Sweet and Strong's in position here on the other pedestal.
Oh, RP!
RP is going to catch a couple of heroes as well. It's a big one. That's going to be a dieback now for the Razor. The Song of the Siren's going to come through. Looks like Klim Sani4 kind of evaluating this fight, but really there's not much you can do here. Sweet and Strong has returned now back to this bottom lane. Dagon4 still in his inventory. As what are they doing? Are they going to just try and take this fight? No way. They actually almost burst through the... Oh no, the Sunder! The defense in Sunder, they actually almost got the Omni Knight. And now Munkushi, he's going to die instead. He's going to buy back instantly as well. Another buyback, this time from the Gyrocopter. But your Razor's still dead for a minute and a half. SIBE, if they want Roche, they're going to have to go to the top lane here. What?
I think the Naga needs to speed push. He needs to try to rat himself another lane of Rex. What on earth is happening, Richie?
This is going to be, I mean, maybe the throne. They're going to go through bottom. Really nice usage there of the disperser. You can use it to amplify your creeps as well to get them pushing even faster. Illusion rune in case there weren't enough Naga illusions here on the map. But this is trouble now. SIBE, they're going to go straight for your tier 4 towers. There's a bottom lane here as well, so backdoor is not going to be broken. One tier 4 is already down. That's the Naga starting to TP on back, but they've caught the Ember Spirit with the lasso of all things. No way. He's not even going to get the BKB off, but he does at least have a buyback. And this is going to be it. Lame as well. He's got a refresher. He's got now another Metamorphosis to cast. The throne is exposed. Naga Siren, let's see what she can really do here. Has a song ready to use, but Lame, no BKB at the ready, trying to fight his way through this one. Throne is exposed down to half HP, but now they're going to be able to burn a little bit of time. There's a huge creep wave in the top lane as well on the Radiant Throne, but the Dire Throne, it's going down too fast. SIBE, they will be able to take this after a phenomenal Roche fight for their side. We're drawing one apiece here. It's going to go down to 3.
Right, GG, right? Very, very nice late game, you know. Prowess by Radiant team here. Especially the Magnus and the Batrider, multiple occasions, they found the right pickouts.